Artwork for the James Bond movies. Throughout the years, we've been given a lot of different releases on DVD, Blu-ray, and now 4K. But the artwork has always been lackluster. Amazon now have taken control of James Bond, and they've got the films on Amazon Prime. But just recently, they changed the thumbnail art for the movies on that platform. What is going on with all of this? Let's find out today on the video. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, my name's Matt, and this channel is all about movies, TV series and different franchises. I'm a big James Bond fan, and I do like to create videos for James Bond content. So if that interests you, or you're interested in movies in general, yeah, why not subscribe to the channel? I'll pop up a QR code. You can scan that or click down below in the subscribe button if you're watching this on a mobile or a tablet. Okay, so let's get into the meat of the subject. So what's inspired me to make this video is there's a fellow YouTuber by the name of Calvin Dyson, and he's a big Bond fan, big Bond channel. I will link his channel in the description because his video has kind of inspired me to do this video. Yeah, go and check out his channel. But yeah, his video, he's talking about the Amazon artwork which has appeared on the Prime platform, and that sort of got me thinking. I'd like to just expand a little bit on that because I've kind of talked about this before on the videos, Bond videos, about the sort of artwork that is used on physical media. So let's start to talk about the Amazon news, and I'll sort of pop up some screenshots of you know, what's been put on the platform. Okay, so yeah, they've sort of put up this artwork which you can see has been AI generated, and strangely enough, they've kind of removed all of the guns from the Bond images, which is a bit odd. Not quite sure the reasoning behind that. I mean, obviously a lot of the Bond films are PG rated, so maybe they're trying to appeal to sort of a younger audience. Trying to be a bit sort of politically correct maybe, but as James Bond fans, you know, him sort of holding the gun is kind of part of his character. So if you're going to sort of remove those from images, it seems a bit odd, but I don't know. But also some of these images just look dreadful. You know, the sort of one of Moonraker, Roger Moore, I mean, you can clearly tell that AI has been used here. I mean, it doesn't look anything like him. You know, and View to a Kill as well, it just looks sort of photoshopped and AI generated, and it just looks ridiculous if you ask me. And yeah, it's just very strange. Now apparently the thumbnails have been changed, and I'll sort of put up some screenshots of what they look like now, which I think are a bit better than these previous images. Yeah, my question is to sort of why this has been done in the first place. I was hoping that Amazon weren't going to sort of be tinkering around with sort of James Bond, and they were going to kind of sort of stick to the original sort of legacy of it, shall we say. Sort of upholding Ian Fleming's original character. Yes, okay, he's a man out of time now. The character was written very much sort of back in the sort of late 50s, I believe. Male chauvinist, isn't really kind of accepted in society now. But as we know with the James Bond films, Bond has always been contemporary and moved with the times. There's still an element of the original character within the modern Bond films. Okay, with the Daniel Craig films, as his films went on, they softened and became probably a little bit more politically correct, shall we say. Bond becoming more in touch with his emotions. But I think we've sort of seen that throughout the years, the different sort of actors that have been playing the role. They have hinted at the sort of the emotional side of Bond. I mean, after all, he is a human being. He's not a complete just killing machine. But yeah, sort of getting back to the artwork, it's always baffled me as to why some wonderful posters that we had from the original sort of films, all the way up to probably, I would say, The Living Daylights. After that, the sort of artwork became more sort of just images of Bond. Maybe one or two, maybe GoldenEye steered back towards the original posters, but yeah, it definitely changed, and certainly with the Daniel Craig era, the posters became very sort of, I would say, a bit more generic, just with sort of Bond on the front. So that always sort of puzzled me a bit as to why they changed it. From what I've been understand, I think the rights to these original posters sit with the artist or artists that did them, and I'm guessing that Amazon would have to pay a lot of money now to sort of use those posters. I mean, we've seen it on the Sean Connery 4K collection. I mean, the steelbook set that they brought out, again, the sort of the images that were used on that is a very divisive thing. I think some people liked it. I would say the majority of people were disappointed with that artwork. Okay, some of the steelbook images for the films were better than others, but generally on the whole, again, it was just sort of shots from a particular scene in each film, with Sean Connery obviously front and centre. But say throughout the years of Bond, there have been some fantastic posters that have been used, and you know, I've got them custom made on steelbooks. I mean, I'll just show you. I've got The Living Daylights there. That's a fantastic poster. I would say that was probably one of the last posters that they did that was really, really good, in my opinion. But I also got that done, which is a I think somebody created that as a custom art, and there's obviously that image as well, which was sort of iconic. Yeah, I'd just liked, obviously I would like to see that image on the thumbnail for The Living Daylights on Amazon. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to just show you like Octopussy. I mean, you know, the sort of screenshot that I've shown you of Octopussy is nothing compared to this. You know, I mean, that was sort of the UK artwork, I guess. And I've also got that, which is some wonderful Thai artwork. Some of the Thai posters that they did were absolutely fantastic, and there's another one there as well. Sorry about the glare. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I just I mean, even from the days of DVD, some of the DVD images, again, were generally just of Bond sort of front and centre, maybe a little bit going on in the background. And then we moved to the Blu-rays. I kept some of the sleeves because I've sort of gone the custom route, as you've probably seen in previous videos. You got that one of Live and Let Die. I mean, there's obviously got the gun there, which, you know, it's telling the viewer that this guy is a secret agent. You know, it's going to be sort of a film with action, guns involved, etc. But when you compare it to the original artwork, which is that, you know, it's no comparison, is it? And I've even like gone down the route of getting some custom artwork done as well. You know, far nicer in my opinion. Continue on with sort of the man with the golden gun there. Again, you know, that classic artwork there, fantastic. And again, you know, I've sort of got these custom stickers done just to sort of create my own artwork. And finally, Moonraker. I mean, even that is far better than that AI generated monstrosity that Amazon thought was, you know, acceptable to put on their thumbnails. And then here's the steelbook, you know, that wonderful artwork there. And there's a tie poster as well, but I actually went a stage further. So the character of Holly Goodhead, well, in the original, she's got like a white costume, but I found an image where she was wearing the red costume, so I kind of altered this and then got a sticker done for it. Far nicer, in my opinion. So, I mean, I guess it's all down to licensing, isn't it? I'm assuming that the rights are held for these posters by artists, and you know, they want to probably charge quite a lot of money for them to be used. But you know, a company like Amazon, you would expect them to pay the licenses for these wonderful posters and use them, you know, use them to their full advantage. I mean, Amazon paid a lot of money to get the rights from Eon Productions, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson. You know, and okay, yeah, we've got a James Bond film in the works, well, as of next year anyway, probably for a 2028 release. You know, and they've got a fantastic director on board, Denis Villeneuve, so that sort of filled me with confidence. Then we've had the latest news that obviously they want to find a British unknown actor, which a male actor, they're not going down the female Bond route, which, you know, some people thought might be what they might want to do, but they're sticking with the original novels. You know, they want to sort of, well, certainly that tone anyway. I mean, I guess they're going to have to sort of modernise it, you know, because, yeah, okay, some of the sort of, even the sort of Sean Connery and Roger Moore era, you know, probably some politically incorrect stuff that's sort of a bit frowned upon now that we see in those films, but, you know, they were part of that time, so you don't want to erase history. We learn from history, and you know, we want a Bond for a modern time, but we still want the essence of Bond there as well, a reflection of the Ian Fleming books, but you know, made for sort of modern audiences. So yeah, you know, I really like to see the artwork, certainly on the physical media releases as well. I mean, obviously we've had the Sean Connery collection, you know, and even the artwork on the sort of standard Amaray set, which again was a mishmash of images, which again just seemed a bit bizarre, but this is what they've gone for. I'm guessing the next collection that we're going to get on 4K will be the Roger Moore collection. So I'm guessing that they're going to do a similar kind of thing with that. They're not going to go with the poster art, you know, and I'm assuming they'll do it for the Pierce Brosnan collection as well. I know with the Daniel Craig ones, they sort of went for the sort of just the image of Bond. So yeah, I mean, sort of these historic posters were never really used for the Daniel Craig era. But yeah, it's just a bit disappointing, really, as a Bond fan, that we have to sort of resort to getting custom artwork if that's what you want. I mean, I'm sure some people aren't really fussed. They just want to watch the film, which is entirely up to the individual. But being a Bond fan, I've always loved the poster art. I do have a poster book, postcards as well, a postcard collection, all the wonderful artwork, even for the sort of Sean Connery era. I mean, I do have, this kindly was given to me by Jimmy Boy, and it's a coaster, but wonderful artwork for You Only Live Twice. So if I do get the Sean Connery collection, I'm probably going to get a sticker done with that artwork and pop it on a steelbook, and create steelbooks for all the Sean Connery films. I do have Goldfinger, and again they brought out this design for Goldfinger, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's better than some of them, but again, I had that magnet done, which again is not official art, but it was sort of used in promotional stuff. But again, I would probably seek out some more sort of artwork for the original posters for Goldfinger. Maybe get another magnet to go on the front, I don't know. I'll probably keep this steelbook and just pop the 4K in there. I do have the Dr. No collection as well, and again, that was a bit better. At least they used sort of the dots that were used on the first film, sort of that sort of 60s sort of vibe about it. But again, there's some nice posters which were used sort of promotional stuff, and I may invest in a magnet to pop on that steelbook collection for Dr. No, because it's a nice set. I don't know whether we're going to get any more of those individual sets. I mean, that was a Blu-ray one. I mean, Amazon, again, you'd have thought Amazon would be wanting to sort of get as much out of the Bond franchise before the new film comes out. Promote physical media, promote these sets, appeal to the collectors, because people will buy these sets, but there is disappointment in the artwork, and sort of having to resort to getting custom designs, which is great for the sort of people that are doing the custom designs. They're obviously being able to provide a service for us collectors, but it just seems like the official route, they're sort of missing a trick. Obviously not willing to pay the rights to sort of license out these posters and produce wonderful editions, but there we go. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of get this off my chest. As I say, I'd seen this sort of video that Calvin Dyson had done, and thought, yeah, I'd like to sort of discuss it as well, and sort of sort of broaden it out a bit, just about the artwork in general as well. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this sort of AI generated stuff. It just looks ridiculous in my opinion. So if you've got to the end of the video and you've enjoyed it and you've not currently subscribed, then like I say, click that QR code. It's on the screen if you're watching this on the television, or hit that subscribe button down below. Come and join the channel. I'll leave a Bond playlist at the end, or it'll come up on the screen in a minute. Yeah, go and check out some of my other Bond playlist, videos on there. I'm doing these Bond videos now and again when there's news about Bond. I say this was sort of unplanned, but yeah, this news has come out of nowhere, so I thought, yeah, let's get a video out. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you next time.